Selamat sejahtera. I'm Naguli Suresh from Group C BEE S1/1 and my group members Yasagi Soundaraja, Raymond Anna Richard, Swashini Murali, and Muhammad Irfan Najan bin Mukhtar. Today we would like to present analog assignment. The title of our project is BJT Audio Amplifier Circuit. Now I would like to present abstract of our analog assignment. First, we developed this audio amplifier circuit by using bipolar junction transistor BJT. We also have designed a prototype which able to drive easily more than 5 volt speaker at reasonable audio frequency range, which is 3 kHz. BJT is a type of transistor that uses both electrons and holes as charge carriers. And now I would like to present introduction of our analog assignment. A basic power amplifier is developed to take input at the low strength audio signal and generate the output signal that consists of the high strength value. This process is called amplification, which is utilize the various domains where an electrical signal is converted to an acoustic signal. This type of amplifier is known as hand audio amplifier. When any circuit processes the audio signal, we'll have the audio amplifier. Both are the input and the output. Thank you.
Methodology. I will explain about the methodology, working principle of audio amplifier, working principle of BJT, and component used in the circuit and its functions. So, first working principle of audio amplifier. So, this amplifier operates in single stage. So, the power generated at the output of this amplifier depend on what is enthalpy. So the input signal is applied with the help of any microphone, and as it reaches the transistor, the movements of majority and the minority carriers take place. Uh, so NPN transistor is used the connection of the supply provide in as a way that the weight, weight of the depletion region shall be less, which indicators that the transistor shall be in fully conducting mode. So the expression about the working principle of amplifier, and next I will explain about the working principle of BJT. So in the BJT, transistor act as an amplifier by increasing the energy of sustainable signal. A small input voltage produce a massive output voltage, which indicates that the transistor fit- fit- feature as an amplifier. Yeah. So, in order for the transistor to operate, the base emitter junction to the forward bias, while the base collector junction is reverse bias. So in NPN transistor, the N-type emitter location is very excessive, very electron density. Okay, so for the component used in the circuit and expansion, Suba will explain about this topic. So thank you.
Selamat sejahtera, I am Suashni. Today I am going to present about component used in circuit and its function. First is resistor. It is used to reduce the current flow and to lower the voltage in any particular portion of the circuit. In this assignment, we used 4 resistors. Resistor 1 is 5 ohm, resistor 2 is 5 ohm, resistor 3 is 10 ohm, and resistor 4 is 5k ohm. And then is capacitor. It is an electronic component that stores and releases electricity in a circuit. We use 2 capacitors, both also is 1 micro. And then 2N3904 NPN transistor. It is used for the base need positive biased in order to turn on the collector emitter junction and to make a proper current flow. Next is voltage common collector VCC. VCC is used as the power source for the circuit. And then power supply. 1 volt peak is used in this circuit. This converts electric circuit flow from a source to the correct voltage, current and frequency to the load. The frequency used is 3 kHz. And then microphone. It acts an input signal for the BJT audio amplifier circuit. It used to capture audio by converting sound wave into electrical signal. Lastly is speaker. This component acts as an output for the circuit. Thank you.
Selamat sejahtera sir, I'm Yashiki. I'm going to explain about result parts. Firstly, I'm going to explain about the stimulation result. So this is the circuit that we constructed for our analog assignment. Okay, I will show the how the circuit works in multisim. So firstly, for the input, we consider the microphone as the input with 1 dB and 3 kHz. As the mentioned in our instruction for our analog assignment, they mentioned that we need to use from 300 to 300 kilohertz the frequency range. So we use here is 3 kilohertz. For the microphone, from the data sheet we obtained from for the microphone, it's it's here from frequency range 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz. So we use here is 3 kilohertz in the range from 20 to 20 kilohertz. So we use 3 kilohertz. So we use microphone as the input, and for the output we use speaker. So and this is we connect the input for channel A and output for channel B to show. We use oscilloscope to show the waveform for the input and output channels. So when we run, this is the waveform that we get for the input waveform, and this is the output waveform. So it's run auto and slow. This is the input and output waveform. And we also use BJT, the 2N3904 transistor NPN to develop to build this circuit. Then for measure the power, the output power at speaker will be 5.6 volt. So as mentioned in our assignment, we need to develop a circuit audio amplifier that can uh, produce the output of more than 5 volts. So we managed to develop a circuit, audio amplifier circuit by using the BJT, which produced the power 5.6 volt by using the frequency range of 3 kilohertz. Okay. And we also measure some DC parameters. For examples, VB, we get 7.482 volt. IB, we get 7.37 milliampere. For IE, we get 1.339 milliampere. And lastly is IC, we get 830 0.652 milliampere. So these are the simulation results that we obtained. Now, now we will we will discuss about the calculation results. So these are the results that we obtained from our calculation. For base voltage VB, we calculated using this formula and we get 7.5 volt. For emitter current, we get is 1.36 milliampere. Beta is 112.71. RE we obtained is 19.12. AV that we calculated is 0.12 using this formula. And lastly is the output power that we calculated is 5.6 volt. So based on the calculated result and the stimulation result that we obtained, we measure both are similar. So that's the thing. Thank you.
Salam sejahtera, I am Raymond and I will discuss about our discussion and conclusion for our assignment. In our assignment, we use bipolar junction transistor BJT to develop this audio amplifier. So, in our circuit, we use single stage audio amplifier circuit where we consider microphone as our input, which have a range of 20 Hz to 20 kHz of frequency. So, we set the frequency for our input to our circuit at 3 kHz. Besides, in this circuit for the output, we use speaker for our output, which been given in the instruction. We also utilize the correct related circuitry within the transistor to obtain a good amplification in the transistor amplifier for our circuit. Other than that, we also implement resistor R1 and R2 with the biasing circuit, which known as initial element, that offer biasing and stability. Other than this, we also use capacitor C1, which is utilized to send the signal to the transistor base, while the emitter bypass capacitor C2 in our circuit was adjusted to offer low reactant in this audio amplifier operation. Last but not least, we also be able to develop an audio amplifier circuit by using BJT, which we were able to get output of more than 5 watt as mentioned in the instruction by my friend before this. And finally, our finding revealed that we have been successfully developed a BJT audio amplifier which can produce an output of more than 5 watt. So, in conclusion, even though our group have some problem to develop the circuit, but with the power of teamwork and the cooperation of our teams, we successfully developed this audio amplifier circuit by using BJT. The final product which the project design was successful, and we able to obtain an output of more than 5 watt, which and we were very thankful for the other instruction that was given, because that was the important guidance for our project. Lastly, the common emitter amplifier powered by single stage BJT, then the source driving the common emitter amplifier will be the collector current entering the BJT. That's all from our group. Thank you.